And hello. Oh my gosh, look, it is carbonated. And it's pink. It is pink. Guys, look. I opened up the really pretty bottle of Moscato that I've been hanging on to for a while.
It says rosé.
Moscato.
Rosé, which means pink.
I get that.
Well, then you're...
Oh my gosh. This is half a bottle.
Big bottle.
All of you guys, when are you coming down? You need to be here already. Oh, it's really good. Do you like a taste?
No.
No? It's really good. Yes, Wilfredo, I love Moscato. I like all sweet white wines, but this is a rosé, and it's carbonated.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good. Mm. And the only reason I bought it is because the bottle's really pretty. Look at this. It's beautiful. So.
See, packaging is important to some people.
Yes, it is.
Not the quality, but the packaging.
Sometimes. Hi, Cindy.
Hola, Cindy.
Very nice to see you. Gosh, where shall we begin today?
Well, we could say the last 2 weeks have been very interesting, both on the channel side, because
yes,
you guys have just been throwing tremendous growth at us in participation, and we appreciate all that. And then this past week has been 2 all-day tours.
all day tours. Yes.
And then one to the south, down to the Isla de los Monos, to the Monkey Island. And then the next day was up north to see El Tajín.
El Tajín. Wilfredo, send me a picture. I want to see this bottle. And hola, Dragon. And how are you today?
And then Monday.
Sorry.
Monday, we had the great fortune of being able to participate in a Mexican baby shower.
Oh gosh, guys. Okay, so I made the mistake of basically saying that this is how it is for all. Now, nobody's called me out on it yet. It is not always this way. Not always is there a generalization that only women attend baby showers in the United States.
They are. I'm involved.
But I have never been to a baby shower that ever had men, ever in 54 years. But apparently it does happen in the United States that they do sometimes have men and or families. And it's a generalization to say that in Mexico, it's always involving the family, that sometimes there are just baby showers here with only women. So, okay. But generally speaking,
as a rule,
and we did check with our adopted family, it's very normal here to have baby showers that involve the entire family. It's very common to do so. And it was quite the experience. And it was just some of the ways they did things. Like, for example, when the couple was getting the gifts and opening up the gifts to look at them, the person who gave them that gift would then come forward. They would stand up from wherever they were, and they would come forward to the couple, and they were using lipstick to draw on the future father's face. I don't know what that's about.
Well, I couldn't understand, because sometimes he would do the drawing on their face.
Sometimes.
And then sometimes they would do the drawing on his face.
But that was different. That was a nuance.
Well, and then we got literally roped in to the game.
Some game they did. We got sucked into it. We don't know what was happening. We just said, okay.
Then it became almost a shout off. Kept waiting for Nick Cannon to show up.
Oh yeah, it was like, did you ever see cheerleaders or rappers or somebody who one person does something and then they're waiting for the next team to do something better? It became like that. There was like chanting going on by one side, and then there was chanting going on by the other side. I don't know. It was fun.
And then there was some definite in your face antics at the end of that. It was
oh guys, seriously. At one point, they have 4 couples, a male and female, 4 couples standing in line. They took the men and put a balloon under their shirt to make them look pregnant and put a wig on them. So now they were assuming the role of a pregnant woman, and their partner was now the husband. And each couple took turns where the husband would escort the mother-to-be to the middle of the yard, where the mother-to-be would then lay down on a lawn chair and pretend to be in labor. Now, the future grandfather of the expecting mother, the future grandfather of this baby, he was pretending to be the delivery doctor and was birthing the balloon from each expecting mother. And that one of the funniest moves I saw is, I think it was couple number 3. Couple number 3, when they started their approach toward the chair, crouched down on the ground with a moan of labor, and the lady that was with them poured her drink out underneath them to simulate the water breaking. I laughed so hard I almost spit my drink out. It was fun.
It was definitely something to behold.
Oh, Lord. Yeah. Let's see. Let's get to some questions. I say, working on residency paperwork, was debating on visiting one more time before the Conhay. Well, you could do that. Nothing's stopping you. Of course, you can also do the Conhay and visit anytime you want after that, too.
That's also true. That can be done.
It can be done. Nothing's stopping you. And you know where we are most of the time. Okay, you just saw the most sad video. What? No.
Adam and Heidi?
No. Oh, Wilfredo, no, don't say this. That is sad now. And I am about 3 weeks behind watching everybody else's videos because I've just been so busy. I have not been able to catch up on them. So yeah, I'm really sorry to hear that. That is very unfortunate. They seem like they're perfect for each other. I wonder, so Cindy, you're saying she went home to be with her family. I'm wondering then, is it really just a matter of she was just ready to go home and she didn't want to do this anymore? Maybe. That's too bad. And Adam's going to continue traveling.
Yeah, it's not going to be the same.
No, it won't be the same. I mean, I'm not, all right, so that is if they're going to do videos. Adam is really funny, and he does a lot of work and a lot of research and stuff too, but it was Heidi that would edit those videos. That's what Heidi did. She was the editor. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, that seems like a pattern. Me, Maddie, and Heidi. We're all the editors.
Mark and Paulette.
Well,
all right. I'm just throwing that.
Mark is actually Two Travelers Mexico. He's actually the editor. But yeah, I'm just noticing a pattern here.
Sean in Paradise, Brighton.
I'm just noticing a pattern when it comes to couples. Like Sean and Brighton, they don't really have 100% participation from their spouses. Neither does Q RuPaul. So, just saying, just putting it out there. Yeah, Cindy, I did notice she did do that video the one time where she climbed that mountain and she scattered her sister's ashes, and it was a really moving moment for her. And yeah.
Yeah, it's tough with life altering events occurring,
Mhm.
and you're not there to participate in it as a part of the family. I think, that was because a lot of people, when my aunt died, a lot of people were like, we don't expect you to come, because I'm in Mexico. And it was like, no, need to be there.
Yeah.
Because you need to continue to have that family involvement. Just because you're out of the country, you're
Right.
not out of the family. And so, you need to continue to do your part as far as
Sure.
being in the
Is
family.
maintain
So,
those connections. Don't isolate people if you can't, if you can avoid it. So one of the things I wanted to bring up is, as Mark said, so we went on 2 full day tours last weekend. Full day tours. It literally was 2 to 3 hour drives each direction. And I thought it was very much worth it. We got to see some interesting things. We went to another cigar factory, got some more cigars. And
wonder why we did that.
we got to see, I wish I could give you the names right now. It's hard for me because I still haven't put the videos together, and I just have the pamphlets. But one of them was
You'll make a head.
huh?
The head.
Yeah, well, we visited a Pueblo Mágico that has the head in the middle
Mhm.
of the square, but that was a very brief, just photo opportunity moment. We also visited a nature preserve, which I was actually fascinated with.
Yeah, because that's well, Sean Connery lost. I lost the cure for the common ailment for
If you
mankind.
have ever seen the movie Medicine Man, we went to the location where that movie was filmed.
Yep.
Basically. Yeah, I lost the cure for cancer.
Yes.
And
And I can't find it.
I can't find it. Yes, and I love that movie. I think I love that movie because they gave Sean Connery really long hair, and I thought it was really sexy.
And he didn't have any
And he
hair.
didn't have any hair. And then in that same time, we also were in Catemaco, which is a big lake. The lake water was like bath water. It was so warm. And we were also, we just kind of boated by some of the islands. We saw various birds and a few different kinds of monkeys, but it
Mhm.
was so hot. The monkeys just weren't even interested in coming out of the trees. Can't blame them. It was hot.
They have 5 fingers, and they were using the appropriate one, basically saying,
Yeah.
no, we're not coming down out of the trees to
I mean,
entertain you. It's too hot.
At the very least, the heat index on that day with the humidity was 113 degrees.
Just to give you an idea, on the way down there,
Yeah.
on the carretera, you look off the side, and the cows were all laying down under the trees,
Under the trees.
in the shade
It was so hot.
on top of each other, because they were like, no, body heat is less than
Oh.
what we're getting out there.
And
So,
then the second day was, like he had said earlier, we visited a vanilla farm, which was fascinating. And we went to Tajín, which is another archaeological location. It's close to Paplanta, I think is how you say it.
Paplanta.
And that is where those sky dancers that hang upside down around the pole, that's where that originated, was in that location. So we got to watch some of that. And we were lucky enough that we were actually given a tour by a bilingual professor of archaeology. And he was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
We had some really good local food, but yeah, 2 very, very long days. Good content though.
Yeah.
And so we're back. So Holly didn't want to regret spending time. Oh, her dad is 72.
Hey,
Yep.
my mom's 83, so I get that whole.
Absolutely. But your mom's in really good shape, and we don't know what Heidi's dad's like.
No,
but,
I'm just saying.
Yeah. Get it. Hey, so you're going to visit Veracruz, Paw. You know I love your name so much. Paw gotta go pro. So
I would say you're picking the right time of the year,
for sure.
because you step outside right now and it is like stepping into the oven.
Look, the water in the swimming pool is hotter than the air at the moment.
Yeah.
For real. So that second day, I said the previous day with the heat index, it was like 113, but I don't remember the exact temperature. However, that next day when we went to Tajín, it was 40 degrees Celsius without the humidity.
Mm-hmm.
And however much that is, like 103, I think, was what we figured.
It was effing hot.
It was hot. It was 103 without the humidity. And it was 56% humidity. So it was hot. Oh my God, hot. It's so hot, guys. It's so hot. I'm 54 and I now have a breakout of acne across the entire bottom of my face, and it won't go away because it's just hot all the time. Oh, how are the prices with the inflation? You know, I don't know if we've noticed it yet because it's been such a gradual kind of thing. I noticed it at the ATM. We're getting less for less.
No, we're paying more.
Well, we're paying more
more
dollars.
for the 9,000
Yeah,
pesos.
we're paying
that
more for the
that we
pesos.
take out. Recently, the trend has been that it goes down for about 4 consecutive months. Then it has a slight rebound, but not back up to where it started at the beginning of the 4-month period. And then it seems to drop back down. And a lot of that has to do with the Mexican economy is flat out just rolling.
Oh yeah.
It is.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, every day I am reading more and more. There was a steel company that just announced today that they are building a brand new steel plant in Monterrey. They already have one up there. There's a press, and now they're going to build the actual mill to supply the press side right next door to it. And that's a $3.2 billion investment. And it just keeps going and going and going. And needless to say, one is going one way and the other is going the other way. And that's just continuing to cause that divide between the dollar and the peso. And do I think it? I mean, there's some people who have been saying that they anticipate this dropping all the way down to 10-1. Don't think that's probably going to occur. It hasn't occurred in a long, long time. Do I think it's going to be back to 20-1 anytime in the next 12 months? I don't think so.
We're not economists, so
no. But I mean,
really
looking at the trends and everything else, I don't see it getting real high real fast. So I think it's probably going to hang around that
copy machine, right? I totally get that. That's funny. Hey, Mark and Paulette. Hola. Working on a video with you guys right now. Oh. So you got a GoPro Hero. Well, that's cool. Going to the Costco, man.
Hey.
So one of the things that we just got recently, I've been looking at Heroes for a really long time. And I don't know, I just could never justify the cost. But I did like the new ones, but I still kept reading about them overheating. Now, I don't know, I don't have one. And I wanted to wait a while to see if the next generation had improved upon that. Well, while I was waiting, Insta360 came out with an X3, and that's what I ended up getting. And I like it a lot.
And the other thing is with GoPro, they have never been able to solve the problem of the edge fall off. And that's just because of the size of the lens and what it's attempting to do. And that's been a bugaboo from GoPro from word one, which if you end up cutting it down and shrinking it, life is good. But if you want to use edge to edge, that edge deterioration is pretty bad on the GoPros out at the far edges. So
it might have improved. I mean, the GoPro 11 looked really good to me.
But you don't know what you're seeing. You don't know if you're seeing edge to edge or if they have cropped it. So I mean, until you get one.
True. Well, I like the Insta360 because it literally can do a 360 degree video.
And you can take an arc out of it, or a big arc, a little arc, whatever you want to do.
You can do some fun things with
it.
I'm sorry I keep looking, but we have some of the familia. they're picking up the chairs from the shower. They
Yep.
brought a bunch of furniture and stuff in, and they're just cleaning up things from the shower. So I just keep looking.
Hola, Tom.
Hola, Tom. So this weekend we are moving on to location number 5.
5.
Wow.
And just to give you an idea, it's a 2-day drive.
Yeah, it's a 2-day drive, and we're not saying where.
And
Some of you are astute enough that you probably have a general idea of where.
and it's a solid 2 days. I mean, it's 2 7-hour days worth of driving. It's not one of those
Yeah.
where, oh, it's 10 hours, we're going to bring it in 2 5s. Nope. It's 2 7-hour days worth of driving.
Yes, it's going to be interesting though. Fun. I'm looking forward to it. We're going to drop a picture and a clue and let you guys just have at it and try to guess where the next place is going to be. So just so you know, somebody thinks they know. I see that already. Good evening. And how are you this evening? Thank you for hanging out with us. He's reading. Oh, you're from Puebla. You know what? Puebla's in our list eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Not quite yet, but it's coming up eventually.
No, we just drove through it.
Well, yeah, but we're coming back.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah,
know.
eventually. How is the smoke there? Has it cleared? Because when we came through almost 5 weeks ago,
The ash was all over the road and everything else.
it looked like fog. I actually thought it was fog. And then we realized that that was ash from the volcano. So it was pretty thick. It really was.
Mhm.
And you could smell something. You could smell something burning. And I remember saying to him, I smell something like smoke, but it's not wood.
No.
And then it dawned on us that we were driving right through Puebla and that volcano activity was happening. So I know, Wilfredo, you think it's Merida, but is it?
I can't remember. Till the GPS tells me where I'm going.
You know, this is not a lie. And this was 100% intentional. We wanted to be in the hottest places in Mexico during the hottest times of the year.
To see how bad it really was.
And yeah, we're melting already. So I would imagine maybe I'll lose weight that way because I don't even want to eat. It's so hot.
It's hot.
So there's no ash, but there was ash in
Cuernavaca.
Cuernavaca. Wow. Cuernavaca had it, huh? Or Mexico City. Yeah. I have a coworker who lives in Ontario dealing with the Canadian wildfires. And I also have friends who live in the Poconos in Pennsylvania, who live in Manhattan in New York.
Never getting hard.
And they were getting hard coverage from that smoke from those wildfires in Canada. In fact, they were taking pictures and you couldn't see from one side of the city to the other side. It was that bad with smoke. So when we first moved to Asheville, we dealt with that.
Yeah,
Not quite that bad, but it was bad enough to irritate your eyes.
it was.
Yeah.
We had about the first 5 to 6 weeks that we were in Asheville. They had wildfires all through the Smokies, and it was, yeah.
You also think it might be Merida. Well, thank you. We hope it's going to be some fun videos.
Yes.
I mean, there's definitely some archaeological things in store for those videos.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep.
Just have
There
to
will be
see.
some interesting things to see there.
I believe you guys gave it up. Well, we did give it up, but it might not be the next place. Yes, he did. He did. He called me out. I was, I let it slip. But it might not be the very next place. Just saying.
Well, and if you keep saying Merida, eventually it will be right.
And that's true.
I mean,
Eventually, it will be Merida.
because it is on the list.
It is on the list.
Yeah.
and it's on the list for a good reason.
Mhm.
And it's a city that is muy caliente, and it is summer.
Yeah.
In fact, I walked. We live very close to a small town called El Tejar, and it's approximately a very casual 45-minute walk. So I got up and I left about 9 o'clock in the morning and I walked to El Tejar. And I stayed for a couple hours and then I walked back. By the time I got back, I had lost about 1.5 kilo of weight from the sweat. I was sunburned, and everybody I ran into on the way back were stopping and asking me if I was muchos calor. Yes,
Mhm.
muchos calor.
I was in the pool.
uh, let's see. Do your future Yucatan Peninsula Airbnb
You're
have
damn
AC? You know
skippy.
what? There ain't no way we would be in the Yucatan without some AC.
Nope.
In fact, one of the places that we're going to eventually be in the Yucatan, they actually have an electricity surcharge. And if you go over a specified daily allotment, you have to pay extra for the electricity. And I get that because if they get vacationers who aren't used to the heat and the humidity, and they leave the air running all day when they're not there.
Well, or just do the you know, you're not in the room, but you're going to leave the AC on running in the room. I will say this for the mini splits, they are effective and they are quick.
Yeah.
And so, you know, when we leave the bedroom, you know, the last one leaving the bedroom, turn the air conditioner off.
Mhm.
And when you first went down here, you turn it on. And this room, they could use two. I mean, I'm just being honest. It's a lot of room.
It's a 2-story room that has a full wall of windows that gets hit with sunlight until about 12 noon. And then the sun goes over the house, and there's 3 skylights on the other side that have sunlight running through till about 5 o'clock. So it gets heat all day long.
This
Yeah.
room has so much air space in it.
Yeah.
We've had houses that do not have the square footage of this one room.
This room is bigger than the apartment we were in.
Just, oh, good God. Not without even the second floor and without even that addition over there. It's just, yeah, it's a lot to do.
Oh, okay. So let's see, 65 and a little rainy, and some of the smoke is cleared, and it's cooler in the Poconos. Nice, nice. I just know that my friends were sending, pictures and talking about how the smoke was bothering them and stuff, and I get it. I mean, especially the pictures from my friend in Manhattan, you couldn't see through it. In fact, you could actually stare straight at the sun. There was so much smoke. Oh man. Hello, Linda. So it was hot in Los Cabos too, huh? And now you're burning in Texas, man.
It's just hot.
It's hot, and also rainy season should have started already. And in a lot of places, they're still waiting for that rain. Last month, when we left San Luis Potosí, they had asked everybody to basically reduce their water consumption by 50% because the reservoir was at 13% capacity.
We did get a few days of rain there
Just a few.
in San Luis Potosí, because if you watched the interview with 2 travelers in Mexico on their channel, we actually had to take a break because we had the windows open and it started raining so hard it was
did.
coming in, so
Yeah.
but down here we have had one night of rain, and that was a good thunderstorm.
Oh,
And that was a
man.
real good thunderstorm.
It was thunder and lightning and some heavy sideways rain one evening.
But
it was nice.
but then the family that adopted us informed us that when it really gets to be rainy, where we're sitting right now, our butts would be wet.
In 2 feet of water.
that,
'Cause
you
the
know,
river
because the river is right
floods.
there. And then when the river, right now, I have seen people fishing in the river and they walk from one side to the other and the top of their swimsuits don't get wet.
Yeah.
So it's that Baja. And so, sitting here now going, okay, if it gets up, and it doesn't take a whole lot and it's going to be all the way. So
Coming down on 4th of July. Wilfredo, is that for good? Is that your final destination? I can't recall.
I think it is, but talk to the girls at my place, Querétaro.
Oh yeah, my place at Querétaro.
They will get you taken care of.
If you're looking for something.
Liz and Romy are, whether it's rental or it's buying, Liz and Romy will get you taken care of.
Oh, and Liz wants so much to know about our stay here in Veracruz because this is where she's from.
Yep.
So I'm excited about that. And let's see what else we got here. Tomorrow evening, we have been told that our family who has adopted us is throwing a going away party for us. They wanted to do it on Friday night, and we had to say, please no, because we're leaving early on Saturday morning. And let me tell you, when the party starts, it goes on till about 11 o'clock or midnight, typically.
Well, and the other reason on that is actually I will have the roof bag on top of the car already packed on Friday, and probably half of the vehicle packed all the way to the point where we're ready to put in the totes that have got her computer equipment in. So that way, come Saturday morning, it's just pack up the back end of the vehicle, close the door, and hit the road.
And we're on our way. But they want to throw us a party, which is really nice. They really have taken us in as family.
Well, I also think part of that's also because it's another excuse for
It's another excuse for a party. We're okay with that.
Which, that's okay.
Hey, David.
Hey, David.
David, please. How is Larissa?
Yes. How is Larissa?
Please let us know. No rain yet, huh? Wow. So is it getting hot? And here's the next question. Is it really dry and is it dusty? I mean, I dropped a video not just last week about how dusty it was in San Luis, but I'm starting to wonder, aside from normal dust, which you get anyway in the drier climates, I'm starting to wonder if it was just dusty because of the lack of rain in general. I wasn't anticipating that people were telling us in Mazatlan and other locations, Merida, that it was dusty there as well. So I wondered if it was just a matter of a lack of rain to try to subdue some of that. And yeah, please tell us how Larissa is, because we've been wondering about you. Howdy, Ate Grace. Or is it Ate Grace? I'm hitting my Spanish right now. I'm going, it's Ate. But maybe it's 8. Thank you for joining us. We're happy to have you here.
That could be dangerous.
Oh, Lord. Oh, you're retired. You've been retired for 3 years. Good for you.
Good but then you keep signing contracts, keep working.
There's a good, strong possibility that I may have an additional 2 more months added to my contract.
Wilfredo, if they're going to keep throwing money at you, Bubba.
Absolutely. I was supposed to be done at the end of May. Then they extended me to the end of July. And there's a strong possibility if the contracts get signed that they will extend me until the end of September. So that's all money in the bank. You know.
She's good at what she does, and they go, yeah, we'll pay the money.
I got it. Ate, awesome. Thank you. I hate mispronouncing someone's name, so really. Oh, David, dry and dusty from the construction. Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay.
Gee, because you're only surrounded by 360 degrees all around San Miguel with them building things.
Absolutely.
So, there is, some people say magic in the air. There's dust in the air.
Dust in the wind?
Or dust in the wind.
There's dust in the wind. We know that's the truth. Oh goodness. Let's see. What else? I'm trying to think of things to keep it going here. So we're going to be leaving this weekend. We're going to destination number 5.
Well, some of the things that we have learned in at the end of this, the run from San Luis Potosí here to El Tejar, this is the second of 3 in a row 1 month stays.
Yeah.
That's never happening again.
And this was actually 5 weeks, and probably the only reason we were actually able to do anything. First 2 weekends we were here, we both weren't feeling well. We had head colds or maybe allergies. Don't know. But yeah, we were here for 5 weeks, and we really only had 4 weekends to do something. And this past weekend was it.
Yeah.
So we double dipped.
Yeah, that we will. 2 things we have learned in this is 3 1 months in a row. No bueno. It's just it's too hard. So a 1, a 2, a 1, and a 2. Anyway, but no more 3 in a row of doing that, because that's just that. Made it rough.
It made it rough, and with me working, it makes it rough to get out and actually do things.
I mean, even if we just did 6 weeks in 6 weeks,
yeah,
that would be better. But the 1 week or the 1 month's just. And the other thing we learned is we ain't doing 4 flights of stairs.
Oh yeah,
ever again.
No more walk-ups.
Stuff.
No more walk-ups. And something I learned, which it just never occurred to me, I'm like, it's the middle of June, guys. Why are the days so short here? I'm like, man, it should be like sunlight till at least 9 o'clock at night or something. But no, we lose sunlight about 7:30. Well, Mark just educated me on the fact that the days are shorter the closer you get to the equator.
No, they're more equal throughout the entire year.
True, but they're shorter than they are in the United States at this time of the year. And I was thinking summer months, longer days, maybe we could go out and do something after I get done with work. No.
7:30,
it's dark.
Wow.
Yeah.
We see stars.
Yeah. Oh, I cannot watch your videos empty-handed. Where is your Corona?
Okay. Well, hold on. I had saved 5 or 6 Coronas for this. Then the baby shower occurred.
Then we had a baby shower.
Now I am 3 days from moving. And we've already made this move once with a case of beer or a 12-pack. And that was, what, 3 hours?
3 hours.
We're not doing 14 hours
sitting next to my feet,
dodging Corona. So
see, look at this. See, thank you, Linda. It is the longest day of the year, and
it's the longest day of the year here too. And it's going to be dark at 7:30.
I know. I'm not used to that. I don't know why I thought in the summer we would have longer days, more daylight, and I could get out after work and we could film things.
Well, if we moved to Canada, that would be true.
I know. And I'm used to, Pennsylvania and even North Carolina, it's daylight until about 9 o'clock at night. Not here. Nope.
But in the middle of winter, we're not dark at 5:30.
That is true as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the way it is.
Yep.
So just things I don't realize. You just don't realize until you actually experience it. So, hey, let's see here. Lourdes says good. Oh my gosh. That is awesome, David. I hope you're excited.
I know he's excited. He was excited when we were there, and that was 2.5 months ago.
That's really cool. It'd be interesting to note how the baby showers go for Larissa. Do they do the entire family?
After what we witnessed out there, anything goes. That was that was a sight to see.
It was fun too. And what else have we learned lately? We're getting a little bit better with baking with Celsius. It was a little rough at first. We're getting better
Well, I
at it.
think another of the advantages are we're also back at sea level. So the times
The
are,
times are a little easier to
you know,
predict.
when we were at 7,000 feet plus, that the times got a little goofy with temperatures, and I think that was messing with us a little bit versus now that we're back down here.
Right.
At least we have an idea of the times and we can get closer with the temperature. So
And like I had mentioned in the last live stream, I attempted to make cookies, and the Mexican flour is a little more finely milled, and you have to add a little extra. It gets rough. You kind of eyeball things down here at a certain point because the measurements don't equate quite the same. The outcome is not quite the same. But I made Danish butter cake last night, and it came out fabulous. Tasty, right?
well, that is true, Wilfredo, because they have the common sense and have a government down here that can pass, you know, a bill to go, we're done with daylight savings time. And, you know, all of the US is basically going, this is stupid. Politicians are going, this is stupid.
Yeah.
But can they do it? No.
No. Another conversation for another day.
Yes.
Look at this, right? Look at this. Tom, how do you know this? Oh my gosh, how funny.
Oh my God. Eastern Airlines that went belly up in April of 1987. Is that right? No,
I don't know.
89. April of 89. Yep.
Was that
When-
your
when-
airline for your honeymoon?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's why you were
And Frank Borman went, you don't think I'll shut this down? Go on strike.
Wow.
They went on strike and he went, I'm selling the gates, I'm selling the planes, I'm selling everything. Now what are you going to do? You can strike all you want to. There's no job.
Oh no. And look at, you almost had it. January 91.
Well, yeah, that's right. That's when they found that's we lost the honeymoon in '89. So, but that was just because they went on the strike. But yeah, that is correct. Because we were going to Grand Cayman on Eastern points.
Or else went to American Airlines. Ah, look at this. Look at this whole conversation happening here. It was Lorenzo. Lorenzo. I don't know who Lorenzo is.
Oh, he replaced Borman. Borman was the one that started, if I remember right now.
For the whole strike business, and then Lorenzo finished it?
No, Borman started Eastern Airlines, if I remember right.
Okay.
He was an astronaut.
Oh. Well, there you go. How'd that work out for him?
He made it out like a bandit.
People are having a hard time adjusting to the government doing daylight savings. They had not changed it for 3 or 4 years.
So they were doing daylight in Baja, but we're not doing it here. And I wonder if they're doing it in Quintana Roo.
No.
Hold on.
Okay.
Because they try to remain on Eastern Standard Time because they want to be, because that's where a lot of their travelers are coming
The
from.
flights from Miami.
Eastern, the Eastern time zone. So
I just remember
they were the only ones that were on the Eastern time zone.
I remember the very first one big holiday that I went on. We got there, and the very next day we had to change all our clocks because they had just done their daylight savings. And that was what, 9 years ago?
Yeah, and then we
10 years
drove.
ago.
Then we drove from Tulum to, go see Chichen Itza, and we changed time zones in that hour-and-a-half drive, and then changed it back on the way back.
Yeah, that's right, we did.
Because
Remember that.
Yucatan is on Central Time, and Quintana Roo is the only Mexican state that was on Eastern Time. But
wise.
Well, that's not popular to do anymore.
Oh, goodness. Should I finish it?
That's up to you. I don't have to get up with it in the morning.
Well, I figured I might as well knock it out before we leave. I hate carrying like entire bottles of liquor. Although, we went to the vanilla farm and I bought some liquor.
I'm thinking we're doing good and getting rid of this stuff. And then all of a sudden, I bought a coat for the ride. And then all of a sudden, she was going to ring me up. And I looked at the poor girl and I went, un momento. You know, mi esposo compro mucho. Here she comes. 2 bottles, some helado, some, you know.
I got.
You didn't buy any vanilla. I'll give you credit for that. So.
I bought a bottle of vanilla rum. I bought a bottle of vanilla liqueur. And I bought a bag of vanilla coffee.
Now, see, they know how to sell this because we do the tour.
Yep.
And we are sweating. I mean, sweating. They sit us down in an air-conditioned office.
Glistening.
And
yes.
Sit down on a couch, feel the air blowing, and it's like, oh, and hand out 3 little glasses. Chilled little
glasses.
And then here's the vanilla liqueur. And I'm going, this is Bailey's, basically.
No, it really isn't.
Sort of.
But the bottles are pretty. Wait, I'll go get the bottles.
Again, see, you can sell some people just by packaging shit the right way. You know, but, you know, and then it was like, oh, would you like to try the rum? And it had a kick. So it was definitely.
Here we go. So here is the lovely bottle. It's got this funky little bottle with, there's like a relief on the front. And this is the liqueur. And then this is the rum. Same type of bottle, same type of relief. And you can actually see the vanilla stick inside. Very cool. I'm not opening these until we get to the next destination.
Then you better hide them tomorrow night.
Oh, yeah, no, they ain't coming out.
I'm just saying. Because Monday night at the baby shower, we finished the vodka. We finished the beer. What else got finished? Anything? No, we still have mezcal and we still have tequila.
We still have a little bit of mezcal.
Yeah. So, which are good things. I'm not complaining because they all needed to go. You know, because those were like fewer bottles to put in the car. We can buy more later.
Yeah.
So.
I made jalapeno poppers. I made the kind that you stuff with cream cheese and wrap in bacon. And they were gone quickly.
They were.
Very quickly. So, hey, hello there. Hi from New Jersey. We have not been to Puerto Vallarta, but we are planning a visit.
It is in the rotation.
It is in rotation. It's probably going to be close to the end of our 4-year tour, however, because it is, no?
It's in the latter half.
It's in the latter half.
That's about as far as I'll go, but yes, it's in the latter half.
But it's going to be a couple years because we're kind of going in a logical direction instead of bouncing back and forth like a ping pong ball.
Well, yeah, because it's easier on our ass driving around the country to do it. We tried to literally do it so we had as few overnight stays as possible. We tried to make it so we had 1-day drives. We knew that there were a couple that we were going to have that were going to be like the one coming up, which was a 2-day drive. Is what it is.
So I have friends in Jersey. Where in Jersey are you from? But yes, we do want to take a look at Puerto Vallarta. We really don't have a realistic view yet outside of what we have read from other people. And you can't trust what you read from anyone else.
No, but I mean, we've seen, you know, countless other YouTubers that we trust that have gone to Puerto Vallarta.
It's true, but it's what you think about a place is so highly subjective to what it is you're looking for
Well,
in that location.
true. Now we don't know if
Yeah.
it's for us. I mean, there's a lot of people who love SMA, and it just
That's what I mean.
never
Yeah.
quite struck the right chord.
I mean,
And then SLP just was like,
and yes, see, we weren't even planning to go to San Luis Potosi, and we just happened to do it on a whim. And we're kind of wishing we would have stayed longer because we liked it that much. San Miguel de Allende was beautiful, and we did like it, but it just wasn't really the kind of I don't know. I don't want to say environment. It just really wasn't something.
no,
that
it just
was,
it never quite resonated
That's a good description.
in
Yeah.
the right way with us. It just
Yeah.
was
Nothing negative really to say
Yeah.
about it. There's nothing wrong. So again, Puerto
it
Vallarta.
didn't strike the right chords. So
Yeah. And Puerto Vallarta is great for a lot of people. A lot of people like to go there and they like to live there. And although I hear people complain about it being touristy and expensive, people who tend to live there don't live in the touristy expensive areas. And they're quite happy with it.
yeah, I wouldn't
So-
want to live in the middle of the hotel row of
Yeah.
any place.
Yeah, so I think it's great. And I think that if you love Puerto Vallarta, you absolutely should, at the very least, see if you can stay for a month.
Well, and the best
someplace.
part is
Mhm.
in a place like Puerto Vallarta, it's a little bit of a softer landing area, just because of the fact that it does have more of a preponderance of English.
It does. It
Yeah.
could be a softer landing.
Because
And
any place that you're going to have a lot of tourists coming from the U.S. and Canada,
Mhm.
there's going to be a greater probability that you're going to run into people who can have some sense of English.
see, Papa likes Puerto Vallarta too.
Yeah, but he also said the heat and humidity, it's a no-go.
Sure.
If you think the heat and humidity, Papa, in Puerto Vallarta is a no-go, wait till you get to Veracruz. Whoa.
I mean, like I literally look like somebody sprayed me down with water when I go outside. I've never sweated so much in my life.
Yeah, it takes all of about, I don't know, 1 minute.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I walk out and light up a cigar, and by the time I can get a cigar lit, there's sweat running off my nose right on the cigar. So it's just,
Oh yeah, I know that's kind of gross. I've never had that happen to me, but we were touring this past weekend. I don't remember which day, and it doesn't matter. It was hot, it was humid, and I actually had sweat drop off the end of my really big Italian nose and fall straight into my mouth.
I'm
Kind of,
sorry.
I mean, it was just like, ugh. I'm sweating so much that I'm tasting my own sweat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was hot and sticky.
Oh gosh, I thought Lise was going to join us today. I'm kind of like, Lise, where are you? She might be working. So we're going to have, our next location is going to have a very small pool where we can do this together and we can dip ourselves like this.
At least it's got a pool.
It's got a pool.
But if you think this one's warm,
Oh, it'll be even hotter.
yeah, that one's going to feel like getting into a jacuzzi.
It is. And unfortunately, across the street from where we're going to be staying, there is a cenote that used to let people swim, but not anymore. No swimming in that particular cenote. So that's kind of sad. I was looking forward to that because they tend to be really cool and refreshing. Texas and Arkansas, man. Oh, man, it gets so humid in Arkansas, which is kind of weird because I lived very briefly in the southeastern corner of Oklahoma in Pushmataha County, and it was kind of dry. It was dry heat. And I remember us taking a day trip to Hot Springs, Arkansas. Not that long of a drive, and it got humid.
Yeah, well, keep going further south in Louisiana.
Louisiana?
Oh, that'll get you attention.
Attention.
As what was his name? Justin Wilson would say.
Hey, is that Juanita?
I have no clue. We're talking with people
I
here.
know, there's just people just walking around in the yard. Sorry, it was a little distracting. We got somebody cleaning a pool and somebody walking around and
And this guy doing the pool is a wizard.
He is
Because
a-
after the party on Friday night, came down yesterday, looked at the pool, and I expected to see lily pads, bullfrogs, largemouth bass, and gators in it. It was that green.
it got green.
And he came yesterday, and today it is blue, it is clear, and it is like, damn.
Yeah, I don't know. So, do any of you have any questions that you wanted to ask us? It's almost been an hour, and I wanted to leave some time for questions if anyone had any. We don't mind staying longer than an hour. Just wanted to
Yeah.
just make sure that you knew that we will definitely answer whatever questions you have. And I'm trying to think what else we got to talk about.
About it, 'cause you can't go too far in everything we do, because if we went in everything we
Wow.
did, then you never have to watch the video. They just wait for us every 2 weeks.
That's so true. But I am going to be releasing a video this week about our very first initial impressions of San Luis Potosi. And then the video after that is going to be literally a tour of Centro and a day we spent together with our two friends, Annie and Arlene, Annabette and Arlene, who live just a little bit south of Querétaro.
Yep.
And with Mark and Paulette from the Two Travelers of Mexico.
That's where the 6 Expat Sit Down video came from.
Yeah, it was my birthday that weekend, and we all got together. We did a tour of Centro, and then we came back and sat down and did the roundtable talk. So I'm going to be sharing a video of the day we spent in Centro and showing off my new toy, my Insta 360.
And good thing we stopped filming when we did. Because later in that evening, it got just a little.
Well, it was my birthday.
Yeah, I know.
So you're going to come back to see San Luis Potosi for a second visit. Okay. Is San Luis looking like it might be a retirement destination for you?
That's not a bad place to.
I mean, we really liked it there.
Yeah.
So it's definitely in our top list at the moment.
Well, the list is only 4 long, so.
It's in the top at the moment.
Yeah.
We got many places to go yet, but we did like it a lot. So, I mean, I got to tell you, the things about San Luis that really we found so interesting was it was such a mix of the old and the new. That was interesting in that respect. A lot of places when you go to Centro, it's very, I mean, you get the feel that you're walking around these really old buildings.
Even if it's a new business, it's encased in old architecture.
Yeah.
And that's just everything has that feel. Whereas going through Centro in San Luis Potosi, there was a lot of the old architecture, and then you'd walk across a section that was all new, and you just go,
yeah,
okay.
I mean, it had some modern vibes to it. And some of the main streets had sidewalks that were as wide as the street, which is also so
Very
far
nice
for us.
Yes.
Something we haven't seen yet.
And flat.
So San Luis Potosi is your first choice now. Very nice. And you've been to Oaxaca and Chapala, Guadalajara, Aguascalientes. Okay. Now, we have not yet been to Oaxaca or Lake Chapala or Guadalajara. We very briefly spent one evening around Aguascalientes, but we haven't been there for an extended stay yet.
Yeah, we went to the mall to find a place to go to the bathroom, eat at Carl Jr.'s, and find an auto hotel. That was the night in. Because the first place we went to no, you can only stay for 4 hours.
Right.
All right, I'll pay for more. No, you can only stay for 4 hours. So we had to go to Plan B.
Yeah, we quite like San Luis. And it would be interesting if we could somehow work in another visit, maybe visit a different area, stay in a different area, because that neighborhood we were in, I mean, wow.
I'd stay in that neighborhood, the neighborhood across the street from the Jardín. Loved you, Carlos. But the 49 stairs, they ain't happening again.
No 49 stairs.
No way.
That was too much. Plus the place wasn't really big enough, really, for us. The kitchen was so small. It was so small. I mean, I guess if you were a single person, maybe, and you just wanted to have a guest bedroom.
Well, and if you didn't have all your stuff with you, where you know,
right.
2 suitcases, you're golden.
Yep.
But not with what we had. No.
But the neighborhood was great.
Neighborhood was phenomenal, and the apartment was fine. Just 49 stairs.
And and honestly, if we had stayed there longer, he might have not have ever been able to climb those 49 stairs with all the churros he was eating at the park.
Hey, I got that garrafon up there and did not stop. I went the entire way from the bodega to the garage, up the stairs with the garrafon.
A half garrafon.
No. When Annie and Arlene was there, that was the full garrafon.
A 20-liter garrafon?
Uh-huh.
I don't remember that.
It was the only one we bought there that entire time. We were buying the half ones, then
okay,
they had a full one.
It was a hard climb up them stairs, no doubt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, guys. Oh, I can't believe we're heading out to another location already. That's just wild.
I can't believe it is the end of June and it has now been almost 8 months that we've been in Mexico.
Yeah, wow. What are we going to do when it's a year?
Go to the INM office because we don't have any choice.
See, a block from where we were. Oh, wow. Very, very nice. It is such a nice neighborhood. It really, really is.
Say hi to my boys at the churro stand right there on the corner.
Yes.
Tell them that you know El Barba Grande. They'll know exactly who you're talking about, because that was the big. That was when I was doing the playoff hockey beard, so that was easy.
The gringo with the big beard and the shorts.
Uh-huh.
Which, by the way, that's something we've learned. So Mark was asked, not so much asked, but he was told about how in San Luis Potosi, you always know who the gringos are because they wear shorts. The people who live there do not wear shorts. And as we looked around, that was evidently clear. Nobody was wearing shorts. Mark was the only one wearing the shorts. And I remember us walking around to Quisquiapan, the Jardín, and I remember hearing somebody say gringo. Now, I don't think they were saying anything bad about us, but I heard the word, and he's wearing shorts. I'm like, yeah, that marks him as a gringo kind of guy. Well, we get to Veracruz, and guess what? Everybody here is wearing shorts.
Not everybody.
Just about.
But it's a bigger percentage wearing shorts than what you saw in SLP. So
yeah,
that is, I don't stand out quite as much.
And I was really surprised that the Zocalo in Veracruz does not have a pavilion. I don't know if the pavilion thing is more central or it's just, I don't know. I just kind of always thought that all these towns.
I don't know. We'll find out. We still got more towns to visit.
I know. I just made this assumption that they all have some sort of pavilion in the Zocalo, but there was no pavilion in El Tejar. There was no pavilion in Boca del Rio, and there was no pavilion in Veracruz's Zocalo. So
it is what it is.
I'm just kind of learning things every day.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I think we're gonna call it a night, guys. It's been an hour, and I got to work on a video because we're moving this weekend.
Ain't gonna be working. There's a party tomorrow night. There's packing Friday night. There's driving Saturday.
If I don't get this video knocked out tonight, there's a good chance there won't be one this weekend.
It would be
because-
like Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah. So I do need to work on it. And I think we just want to say thank you so much for
Yes.
joining us today. And we gained I think 300 subscribers at least
What, since we got here?
since we did that video with Mariana for
Oh God, yeah.
complete Mexico relocation guide. We picked up so many subscribers, and if you guys are watching right now, we just want to say thank you very
Yes.
much for coming along with us and joining our little family here. Hey, thanks guys. Thanks Wilfredo and Cindy. We really enjoy having you on, and yeah, thank you for the safe travels. Oh, hey, thank you.
And don't worry,
SRV's gal.
there are all sorts of people we tell where we're going that follow us as far as keeping track. So
Yeah, we
you know,
have a few people.
we let Mark and Paulette know where we're going.
And Arlene and Annie.
Arlene and Annie Vet. And then my mom just enjoys it because she allows her the opportunity just to sort of go,
And our kids.
oh, here's where they're at. So
I don't know if you guys know this, but just for future reference and for safety reasons, if you want people to keep tabs on you, you are able to share your location from Google Maps on your phone to anybody you want to share it with. And I did post it one time. I did put it on Facebook if people wanted to follow our journey. What?
no, that's my normal face for Facebook. I mean,
I know. But yeah, you can do that, and it lets people know where you are. So if there was ever something that happened, people know where they last saw you, your destination.
Yeah, they know where you're leaving from, your route you're taking, and where you're going. So,
hey, thank you, Missy and David.
yep.
All
Thank
right,
you very
guys.
much.
Well-
Y'all all have a good night tonight.
Thanks. Yes, have a great evening. And thank you. And we will be live again in location number 5
In 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
So we will see you then.
Adios.